The Zonal Church of the Christ Embassy, located in the Oregon area of Ikeja, Lagos State, reportedly caught fire on Sunday morning. This was revealed in multiple videos from the scene shared on X.com. Officials of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service are also said to be at the scene in efforts to salvage the situation. The exact cause of the fire is yet to be determined, and there have been no reports of casualties at this time. Residents and church members have gathered at the scene. The church service was not holding at the auditorium before the incident.
Flames engulfed the Christ Embassy Church HQ in the Oregon area of Ikeja, Lagos State. Social media went ablaze with videos of the incident, while firefighters rushed to the scene to contain the raging inferno.
This is Christ Embassy, Oregon. As you can see, say go somewhere on the church. Say people don't dey inside church, yeah?
Eyewitnesses shared harrowing footage, capturing the swift response of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service. One user, tweeting as Chief_Augustine1, posted, "Serious fire is raging, and men of the Lagos State Fire Service are working hard to put it off. Thank God service hasn't commenced fully." Pastor Chris Oyakilome, founder of Christ Embassy, delivered a message of hope amidst the chaos.
When something like this happens, you look at it, what does God think? God just gives us an opportunity to do something about it. That's all. What are we going to do? Okay, great. It's the house of God. All right, it's been burnt down. Okay, all right. We'll clear out the place, build a better one, a more beautiful one. That's what we're going to do.
He stated, "Nothing happens in the life of a child of God by accident."
We must look at life from the spiritual. This is not what you call an accident. No. Because we are not ordinary people. We are helped all the time. He told us, even when you walk, he says, don't worry. You wouldn't even dash your foot against a stone. Why? He said, because he gives his angels charge concerning you. So everything that happens in your life is on plan.
We will build a bigger, better and more glorious one, and the devil will lick his wound. The cause of the fire remains unknown, but no casualties have been reported. Stay tuned for updates as the story unfolds.
Now, we gave you an earlier update about the news of Pastor Chris' church, Christ Embassy Church at Lagos, the headquarters of Christ Embassy at Lagos, which has been engulfed in fire. Now, what you are watching on the screens is the aftermath of the devastation. Now, mind you, this is just a part of what you are seeing. I mean, the videos which came earlier saw the whole church engulfed in flames. Now, let's state this categorically clear that no lives were lost and no persons were injured. But what we did saw, or what we've been hearing confirmed, is that certain properties and certain vital things were destroyed extensively. But then the good thing is those things can be easily replaced, and then also no lives was lost, as the Lagos fire service did their best to stop the fire from engulfing other vicinities. Now, we have an update because Pastor Chris himself has broken silence about this whole issue, and then he is saying something. Now, this is the first time that we will be hearing from the side of Pastor Chris, because since this issue came up, no one have heard from Pastor Chris, and people are wondering what is really happening. How did this fire start? Perhaps Pastor Chris could have given us insight into this particular issue for us to know if there were certain people who were behind this heinous crime, or perhaps this unfortunate incident, or perhaps it's just a natural phenomena and it just happens. So we should just be careful and just hope and pray that it doesn't happen again. So we will be going to watch this particular video, and this video is the moment that Pastor Chris broke silence about this issue, and then he gave his 2 piece about this, and even the plans, or what he plans to do next immediately after this whole thing. And this is the first time we are hearing from Pastor Chris. So let's watch this video. We come back for more.
When something like this happens, you look at it, What does God think? God just gives us an opportunity to do something about it. That's all. What are we going to do? Okay, great. It's the house of God. All right, it's been burnt down. Okay, all right. We'll clear out the place, build a better one, a more beautiful one. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Let the devil lick his wounds. Yeah, that's it. Because we must look at life from the spiritual. This is not what you call an accident. No. Because we are not ordinary people. We are helped all the time. He told us even when you walk, he says, don't worry. You wouldn't even dash your foot against the stone. Why? He said, because he gives his angels charge concerning you. So everything that happens in your life is on plan. There's no accident to the child of God. No. I mean, last night,
So yeah, this was the first statement which came from Pastor Oyakilome Chris. Now, he said this, but then for those of you who don't know, the extent of this fire is something which cannot be underestimated. Why am I saying this? We have a first-hand video of the interior decor of this particular Christ Embassy headquarters. Now, inside was a bewilderment. I mean, it was something that was very magnificent. It was an edifice that was uncompared. So how come that this whole edifice just got into flames like this? Now, we have this video for you to watch, and this video shows, the interior of the place that we are talking about. I mean, where the whole incident happened, and even people are saying that perhaps Pastor Chris' statement that we just watched earlier, saying that this whole thing is not just a mere accident. Someone will say it holds a bearing, because it is no coincidence. So who is trying to do what and who is behind this? But let's take a critical look at this interior. I mean, where this whole thing happened. Though no person has been reported that, but this was the interior that was captured before the whole unfortunate incident happened. Okay, so basically that was the interior decor of the place that had been that has been engulfed. If I mind you, this is the Christ Embassy headquarters in Lagos. Now, there's this screenshot which is traveling all around social media, and people are saying that it holds a bearing to what just happened, because exactly 8 years ago, listen, exactly 8 years ago, a similar unfortunate incident happened at the same premises where the whole thing happened. So is it that these things that usually happen, is it that the church does not learn from it? Is it that perhaps it's a mistake which keeps on happening that the church have turned a blind eye to? Watch this on the screen. It says fire gas Christ Embassy Church in Lagos. Now, this is not a current news, okay? This happened. As you have seen, what has been circled on the screen, this happened 8 years ago. So 15th January 2016, it happened. It happened. Now, not just that. Again, in the second one, as you can see, the middle one, of course, it says fire razes Christ Embassy Church in Lagos, and this happened again in 18th of March 2014. So study the pattern here. It is something that happened periodically, and we don't know what is really going on. So this same Christ Embassy Church in Lagos, it has been prone to fire attacks. So we don't know if it has to do with anything electric or anything. And we need to really look into this, because each and every time when this thing happens, we realize that no one is hurt. People are able to get out in time and everyone is safe. But then what if the root cause of the problem still persists? And perhaps Pastor Chris himself, he might be having a church service, and then who knows, this could happen, which would definitely be a very unfortunate incident. So this whole thing moving on social media, per this screenshot that you've seen on the screen, people are saying that we need to know the root cause of this. Is it that someone is behind it? Is it that someone is planning something more sinister, or someone has an ulterior motive against Pastor Chris and even the church members? Well, time will tell. But Pastor Chris himself has said that this is not going to stop the work of God, and they will come back stronger. Pastor Chris have maintained that they will come back stronger, tougher, and quicker. So perhaps in Pastor Chris' own words, if the devil thinks he is doing something more significantly to impact their church services, he should think twice, because Pastor Chris is saying that not even raising the church to ashes will stop them from worshiping their God. Not even doing the ultimate thing that will harm them will stop them from worshiping the Almighty God.